Yeah, it's kind of like that whole like what I was kind of saying before, the rest in peace thing. Just getting back to what we were talking about, the rest, the reality of seeing a lost loved one again, as you titled it, like rest in peace. For the believer, there's kind of some truth to that statement because again, we will have absolute peace and we will have that absolute rest. The book of Hebrews talks about, the Sabbath and the rest and entering into his rest and the Lord being our rest. Like we're going to have that rest where we're no longer going to have to battle between the flesh and the spirit, light and
Right.
darkness, the world and everything, because we're going to enter into complete purity. But we're not really resting when you think about it. Like we're resting from our earthly strivings and everything that we do here. But when we get there, it talks about us having, a tree that we're going to get fruit from. It talks about us going into Zion and hearing the teachings of the Lord. Like, so we're going to actually be doing certain things in eternity, which again, we can't even comprehend. We can't fathom them at this point. But it's not really like, I think a lot of people, just think of like resting, like the idea that we have in this world where you're just on vacation. Like, it's not going to be like that.
Yeah. And then I know we're going to go here soon, but like in Revelation chapter 1:5, as it correlates with Hebrews 1 verses 1 and 2, the idea came up from a study that I did talking about the first begotten of the dead. If you look at 1 Corinthians 15:19-21, it talks about Christ rising from the dead. He is the first fruits of them that slept. So then we look at just a little explanation.
What verse was that? 1 Corinthians 19?
15.
19 to 21.
Yeah. If you look at it, like as soon as we die, don't even think about being buried, whatever. As soon as death happens, think about what it says. Christ gave up the ghost. Our spirit goes to be with God in Christ, or we won't mention the latter. But I mean,
we've been a national team.
Yeah, right. Then at the time of the rapture, we'll return with Christ to receive or be reunited with our glorified body, which will then be just like Christ, the first fruit of those who slept, was raised from the dead. And was it yeah, it was in church on Sunday where he was talking about like the fourth day, the body starts to smell and decay and stuff.
Man, that was heavy, wasn't it?
Yeah. Crazy.
I was telling Brittany that the other day. Like it's just wild how God and his infinite perfect wisdom, like you don't think about stuff like that. Like the fourth day, things start to break down and change. But man, it's just crazy. It was awesome. I really enjoyed that. There's more going on in heaven than what we think. He speaks of us being a royal priesthood, but it says it made us kings and priests. Like we're not kings and priests here. Like when are we going to be kings and priests? You think about at the judgment seat, at the great white throne judgment, it tells us that we're going to be there present in an office of some sort, judging the devil and all those unbelievers.
Right.
Like when we come back with him at the second coming on white horses, we're not resting at that moment in time.
Yeah.
We're going to be ready for war.